Hey guys, Deftspider here. So I was looking around on Steam, just checking out some of the games that I've enjoyed playing. I've been waiting on updates for a couple of them, and it seems that the Raft is coming out with Chapter 2 finally. I know a lot of us have been waiting on that, and Chapter 2 is going to be dropping on October 8th. So I figured it'd be a good time to do a quick refresher tutorial of like how to get started, and then we'll go into some more advanced stuff once that's done, okay? So I'm just going to start a new world here. I'm going to call it Def's Life, or Def Life. But I've enjoyed playing this game. I have a much bigger raft and stuff made on my other one, on my main save. But like I said, it just seems like it'd be a great day, great time, just to go over the basics again, how to get started, like bringing water and food. Because in the raft, you know, your biggest threat initially starting is food, water, and our friendly shark that is named Bruce. And not to give me spoilers, but later on you'll find out why he's named Bruce as you play the game. They've already come out with some updates that are really nice and major ones when the game first released. And with Chapter 2, they're going to be adding like another city and some other big stuff. So this is how you start off in the game. Just a little 4x4 raft. You do not want to leave this at 4x4 because Bruce will be kind enough to try and tear it to pieces. And there's our friend Bruce. Yep, big old great white looking guy. Look at him, look at that smile on his face. Just comes to hang out with us all the time. Alright, so when you get started, you're just floating through the ocean and you want to grab everything you can. Palm leaves, plastic. You definitely want to get these barrels. Alright, so when the barrels, you get like stone, planks, scrap, beets, potatoes, cooking recipes, and you have this little scrap hook here. You take it, you throw it. Based on that circle, decides how far it goes. And then whatever it hits, it picks up. So if we grab that plank and that barrel, it'll grab them both. Alright, so then you hit tab to come to your crafting menu and your inventory. There are no weight restrictions. There's only space in your inventory. And so you're going to want to build chests and stuff eventually to store more items. Alright, so one of the first things I like to build is a building hammer. So you need rope for that. So to build rope, you're going to come to this screw icon, which is resources. You make rope from the palm leaves. So you just click on whatever you need to make, and then you click craft, and it'll make it for you. But initially, you just want to grab as much stuff as you can as you go. And there is a durability on most of your items. Your spears, oh, you might want to make a spear pretty quickly, just so you can fight Bruce off. It takes 3 hits with a wooden spear. If not, he'll eventually destroy these in like 2 attacks. But you float. I mean, you can grab anything with this. I usually just try to save it for barrels or for like bigger stacks of things, just because I don't want to waste all my initial materials. All right, so let's see here. Spears would be under weapons. The sword icons. Wooden spear takes 8 planks, 3 rope. So we're not ready for that yet. And we're not being blessed by the gods right now with our floating. I guess I need to be throwing my little icon, my little scrap hook out more. And you get more advanced items as you go. Alright, and if you get in the water, Bruce will come and visit you. And he will bite you, try to eat you, and take a chunk out of you. You can typically live through about 3 bites. So don't get too far from your boat if there's something you really, really want or need. Here we got the palm leaf and we got the chest. So that's good, because we definitely need the leaves. Let's go ahead and build us some more rope. And do the screw icon, rope, and craft that. So you can expand your raft. In order to expand it, you need to build a hammer. Let's grab some of this stuff real quick. That's that some, 1 plank. Take what we can get. As far out as that barrel is, like we might just be able to get it if you get to the edge of your raft and you just like Hail Mary this thing with a full charge. It is moving just like you are. So you can kind of got to time it, and then bam, there we go. And then like we'll try to time this bottle too. There we go. So we got plastic. You get plastic from those red things and from bottles. And see, we're coming up towards an island now too. Typically for the islands, you're gonna want an anchor, possibly a paddle, so you can head towards it, and a sail, which we'll get to that eventually. But for now, we're just, trying to survive. Let's see, because I don't believe we have what we need to build that yet. No, we need 20 palm leaves, 3 pieces of scrap. And the only way to get scrap now is around the islands when we actually make it to one, or from the barrels. Or if you're lucky enough to find another floating raft, they also contain chests and specialty loot on them. So let's go ahead and try to get us another barrel. Right, and those bigger stacks of palm leaves, they give you like 3 to 4, I believe. Find out in just a second. We're at 5, now we're at 8, so yeah, you get 3 for that. So if you look on your left side, that top icon is your water. The middle icon is your hunger for food. And then the bottom obviously is your health. If you go underwater, you have oxygen. If you run out of oxygen, you'll start losing hit points. And you will eventually die. If you jump off of your raft and lose your raft, it will float away from you. And you may never see it again. Best thing to do in that case is to just reload. Alright, so see, we're probably going to miss this island, which isn't that big of a deal. We're just not ready to build it out. See, that's Bruce attacking us. I don't have a spear made yet. We can craft one. And then you hit him 3 times. Oh, he already hit our shit and destroyed it, but if you hit him 3 times, he'll die. Those are metal. That's rock. That's scrap metal. Sand and clay are those icons. You can knock the trees down to get coconuts, seeds, and planks, and mangoes on those. There's also watermelon. And then typically on these islands, like this one looks like it has a cave under it. But there's almost always a chest on each island. And it's either going to be under the island in a cave, around it, off the side of a cliff, or on top of the island itself. And in those you can find metal ingots and various other like rare resources and recipes. But for now, like I said, you just have to start off surviving. So as you can see, the raft is taking tons of damage because it's only 4x4. Alright, so we need to build us a hammer. Gonna need some more rope. And don't be stingy with the resources, you'll get plenty. Just takes a little bit of time. So once you get the hammer crafted, so let's go ahead and rearrange our inventory. And you can hotkey, like you can hit 1 through like 10, or 1 through 0 technically, and it'll go to whatever you select. So like, alright, so we have the building hammer. Stone axe is used to cut down trees. Fishing rod is used for fishing. This is going to be the next thing we build, or one of the next things, because we're going to need food and water really soon. Which means we need a lot of plastic and planks. But if you select your building hammer, it'll tell you the cost is 2 plastic, 2 wood, and you tap it and it builds your raft. For your initial starting raft, I recommend building in like just a long straight line out both ways, because you see how far away things get from you. And that way you can kind of run back and forth and gather stuff. Now if you build your fishing pole soon enough, you can fish and gather at the same time. And I will show you all that in just a moment. First, let's get some of this up. See if we can't get that piece of plastic too. Alright, so for survival though, like I said, you're going to need the empty cup as soon as you can, because you need to be able to collect water. And then you're going to want to get your simple purifier, because you can see our water's the thing we're losing the fastest. Alright. Palm leaves. Bruce, you need to chill out, bro. Just give us some time. Alright, we'll grab these palm leaves over here. Maybe we get a piece of plastic too. There we go. Alright, so now we can do the simple purifier. We're going to make one of those. Then we'll focus on getting some more plastic together. You need planks as well, because you're going to use the planks in order to light the fires for the grill like anything that you can do, smelters, grills, purifiers, you'll need planks to feed to it. Alright, so we built this already, so we can place it. You typically want to try to not put it on a piece that'll get destroyed. So eventually we'll put it here. Eventually I'll build another row here, so that when Bruce destroys something, cause not if, but when, he won't destroy what's on it. So here is our water purifier. You're going to want to put planks on it. It can hold 3. It will burn them and consume them over time, but only while there's something on it. And as you can see in the distance there's another big island. Or it's not a big island, but it's technically one of the small islands. The big ones are much larger than that, and they have a lot more stuff on them. But you won't find those until later. Once you get farther in the game, they don't unlock initially. And you'll have to be able to steer and guide yourself to them. Alright, so let's see, can we build an empty cup yet? Yeah, so now we can build the empty cup. You'll take it and press E to get salt water. Place that here by pressing E. The fire lights, it'll cook. Once it moves into the red cup, it is clean water. You then use your small cup to gather that and drink it. Okay, the next thing we need to focus on is making us a grill, which costs 6 planks, 1 scrap, and 3 rope. And he's attacking my boat again. We're good. Eventually he will die. It takes a lot of hits. If you fall off your raft, swim back to it, hit spacebar, and jump back on it quickly, because he will come for you. Alright, there's some more planks. I wouldn't mind going over there to get some more resources, but we'll be there eventually. You just keep floating, you'll eventually find rafts and more islands. So I don't think you won't ever eventually come back around. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, so like I said, we're focused now. We need to get us a simple grill going, so we're just waiting on some more planks to come our way. In a minute, like I said, we'll get a sail built and we'll be able to guide ourselves roughly. You do want to build a paddle and probably keep one around and handy, so that if you can't get to the island all the way because of the current, because the wind will only do so much for you. But the paddle will, it'll pull you there a little bit farther. But it uses a lot of durability and it's not the cheapest thing in the world. Alright, so see here, the water is purified now. It says filled with fresh water, press E. You're going to drink that. And I know it seems kind of tedious right now that you have to maintain this so much, but it does get easier. You'll get bigger containers, larger purifiers, and they will allow you to not have to focus so much on gathering, and you can do more building, crafting, and designing. Let's grab this. I would like that plastic, but I don't want to use up all the durability on my first scrap hook. You can build more, so you don't have to be cheap with it. Alright, so we got more water left, so let's grab that. Drink it. Scoop up. Put some more. Place a plank. And let's see how we're doing. So we can build a grill now. Let's press craft. Put it on your hotbar. Scroll to it with your mouse wheel or press the hotkey to get to it. You can hold R and just move your mouse back and forth and it'll rotate it. And then left click once you have it where you want it to place it. Put planks on that. And then the next thing we're going to want to make is the fishing pole. So for the fishing pole, we are going to go to Tools, Fishing Rod. We need 6 planks and 8 rope, which we have the rope but not the planks. So we'll just craft us up some rope really quick under Resources. And then we'll go back to fishing for planks. See if we can grab some of this and then we'll get that barrel. Because the barrels are full of all the goodies. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And that should get us enough for a fishing rod. So we're going to do that. And we have potatoes. So if you're starving and you have potatoes and beets from the barrels, you can eat those too. Later on you can cook with those. Once you get like a big oven or stove. There's 2 other cooking stations besides the grill currently. But again, you have to research to get all that. Oops, we got too far. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and build us a fishing rod. Alright, and the reason I say build the fishing rod relatively quickly, and we'll put it in our tool slots down here, because all this stuff you don't really need down here. Alright, so the fishing rod's there. Actually, let's move it closer to the cup. And go ahead and get some more fresh water, because you want to, once you get super hungry, you start moving slow. Once it goes below that line, you'll start moving really, really slowly. Thirst and stuff, it just kills you once you get to the bottom. Like when you run out of food and you're thirsty, you start dying. If your food and thirst are at a certain point, you will regenerate hit points over time, slowly, or you can sleep to do it. See, and like I said, he attacks periodically. You just got to keep eye on him. And see, like right there, since my cup is out, and I pressed E to gather, it went ahead and grabbed salt water. Do not drink the salt water; it will kill you. Like not instantly, but it will take a lot of your hit points and thirst away. So we're coming up on another island, but I still don't think we're ready to get to it yet. But we had the fishing pole. Actually, we have more salt water. Drop that. Grab this fresh water, drink that. Hit 3 to go to my spear. Hit him 3 times, so let go. And we can grab this. But so the reason you want the fishing pole again is, as I sit here and gather and keep getting distracted, you can fish and grab things as they come at you. So you just max that out if you want to. You can, as long as it lands in the water, you'll get fish. And you can just walk around, press E, and keep gathering. When you catch a fish, you'll see a symbol pop up saying press left mouse button, like that. And there's tons of fish to catch. You got raw herring, catfish, tilapia, pomfret, I think is how you pronounce it, salmon. The salmon and catfish you won't be able to cook yet. They're too large. You have to wait until you get a different cooking station, the large grill. So now that we have the fish, we'll take those, put them on the hot bar, and then look at your grill, press E to put your fish on there and cook it. Now certain things take a lot more planks to cook. Like when you kill the shark, he'll give you a couple of steaks and usually his head, but it takes a long time to kill him. Alright, so we're just cooking up some fish right now. We're probably not going to make the island. Yeah, we don't have enough stuff yet. Alright, come on, cook it on up. My guy is starving. And once it's done cooking, like I said, the fire will go out, the fish will turn brown. And while we're waiting, we could actually do some fishing. So besides fish, you can also catch a shoe. The shoe can be used to plant like flowers. And then you can also catch what's called a lucky cat. And it's like a little Chinese cat that just like New Year's cat that does this motion and waves at you. And those are just like decorations. Alright, so we got some mackerel. And see, so our herring's done. You can go and pick him up if you want to. You can't place anything though because the fishing rod's out. And as you see, we're slowly coming over where we could gather stuff. When you gather from the island, you typically want to have a somewhat empty inventory, because you will get all kinds of items. Like you can see the metal right there on the side. You'll need your scrap hook to get that. Oh, see, and this isn't bad. Our positioning right now is not bad. We can actually jump off and get a few things. But eventually your raft will go around the island, typically. Like the current will slowly push it off. And while you're sitting here, Bruce will still attack your raft, even if you're not on it. Alright, so we'll grab some more fresh water, drink it. Always keep your water and food going if you have some. Alright, we'll put the raw mackerel down here to eat. You're going to place your food on the hotbar, select it, and just left mouse button to eat it, and you'll see your food go back up. Alright. Let's see if my guy is starving, he says. Another good thing to have when you're at the islands is a stone axe, because it'll allow you to cut down trees. Alright, some more herring. We'll go ahead and cook another one. The water, we'll just leave it there for now because we're good on water. Eat our other piece of fish. And we'll jump off here and see what we can find. So the flowers, you don't really want to worry about flowers when you're just starting out. That's for making paint later on, and when you gather it, you're gonna get flower petals and seeds. But trust me, you'll find plenty of that as you go. So you can see there's fruit on this tree. If you hit it with your axe, you'll get planks, seeds, and the fruit. Same thing for these; they'll have coconuts in them. Right, and as you go around the island, you can find watermelon, more different types of flowers. They're all, you know, color coded, like red, yellow, blues, blacks, whites. So grab all these, then as you can see, you're getting seeds and fruit. And there's usually a chest per island. Sometimes you really have to look to find it. Initially, the first ones you come to, typically the chest will be on top of it. If not, look around. Under it can be a cave, or it can be off of a cliff face. And usually there's clues to where it's at. So let's see here. And again, keep an eye on your raft because Bruce will come and visit it. Occasionally you can find stuff just floating in the water here. You can grab it. You just need to watch out because Bruce will come and get you just like that. Oh god. Yeah, he just comes out of nowhere sometimes. Other times you can just swim around and he won't even mess with you. So let's see here. And you want to try to get those chests because a lot of times they'll have metal and hinges and really good loot in them. I really wouldn't worry about this floating stuff too much while you're at an island. You can get plenty of that while you're just floating around. And do not swim too far away from the island because he will come find you. Alright, so I just want some more planks mainly right now so I can build a axe and show you all the trees. So let's grab some of these. And watch your hunger because again, once you get super hungry, you're going to move really slowly. If he starts coming for you, just jump up on the side. And see, here's the cave I was talking about. So what we're going to do now is go clean our inventory off. Or try to. First, we're going to build a stone axe. And then go to storage, small storage, and see we have like just enough to just craft that. And then he's not going to give us time to really do anything. Alright, so we crafted small storage. Place it on your hotbar, set it down, and then you get some storage. And eventually we'll get the bigger storage chest. So for now, I'm going to put seeds in there because we don't have planters yet. I'll put my potatoes in there. We can put the watermelon in there. We should have some food cooked. But when you go to get this chest, you want to keep your inventory as empty as possible. Because it will. Let's grab some more planks real quick for the fire. And we're going to chop these trees down too. So we're going to eat this because we're getting hungry. I like to save a lot in case I die. And then I can just reload. So you just hit save world. You'll see the save icon. Alright, and we should be in pretty good shape now, except that he might destroy our ship. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and grab some more planks. So go to your axe, and then again, just chop these trees down. You get palm leaves, planks, mango, and at the end of it you get seed. Because you can eventually plant these trees on your boat. And this will be giving us coconuts. And when you're starting off, you probably are going to want to cut down all the trees you come across. And every time you come to an island, it should refresh with a new chest, new trees, new loot as far as sand, clay, metal, copper, rocks, scrap metal, seaweed. And those are the things you can find underwater around the islands when you initially start. There are several other things when you get to the larger islands, and I'll make some more videos on those as we come to them. Real quick, let me turn this music down just a hair because it sounds really loud. So let's do music volume. Alright, sorry that was blasting in y'all's ears. I swear it has a mind of its own. It's like 1 second it's barely audible, and the next it's just blowing you away. Okay, so we got the planks, so we'll go back to the chest real quick. Get a little bit of this. My main goal right now is I want to try to keep Bruce from destroying like where my purifier and stuff's at. So go to our hammer, and we can't build it because we're on top of the island right now. So we'll build that there. I think that'll keep him off of it. Alright, and then we'll store some more stuff if we can. Definitely want to store the seeds. You don't have to, you can just chunk them if you want to. You'll get plenty as you go. Alright, so while that's doing that, let's go back to that cave. And again, when you're swimming, you're going to want to have your scrapbook with you. Because there's all, like I said, there's all kinds of stuff you want to get out of the water. And you can kind of walk on the side of these mountains to stay out of the water if you don't want to get attacked by him or if he's scaring you. And when you go underwater, like even for the caves and stuff, he will come for you, so you need to be quick. So here, on these you could swim around, or you can go through here. We're going to go through here. Swim down, you see the clams and all the copper and metal, but we're not after that right now. We're going to go into here, into this underwater cave. That was just a piece of plastic. And this is a shelter that a previous raft survivor has built and moved on from. So here you can see there's a little bit more stuff, but you can't gather those chests. The ones you can gather are just these coolers. So you hit pick up crate and you see all the stuff we just got. So we got nails, fine goo, which is made from seaweed, a cooking recipe, you know, planks, plastic, you know, just all the good stuff. And there's more that you can get: hinges, bolts, and you need to find like one of those initially to research. And then, like I said, just watch your oxygen. Make sure you don't get. Oh, see, Bruce has already found us, so we need to get out of here. He's probably gonna get us one more time. All right. And that's a cave that is hidden by the islands. So if we jump in the water again, Bruce will probably come like straight to us. Yeah. Well, that's a seagull shadow, but where are you, Bruce? Oops, see, yeah, he's right there, just waiting on us. So that's not a bad load for now. We're going to try to get. Actually, I'm going to have to go a paddle to get back out. We're stuck on the island right now. And you see how he's getting more and more wounded every time he shows up? That means he's almost dead. Now hopefully I have what we need to build a paddle. If not, it's going to be rough. So we need plastic and more rope. Ooh, that's going to be bad. Plastic's not easy. Let's see. We have the rope. Store all this for now because we can't use it for anything. Go ahead and get filled back up on this stuff. So we'll drink some water. Go ahead and get some more cooking. We'll eat that fish we just got. Alright, so this is kind of like a worst case scenario where your raft gets stuck and you need plastic. Because we need, how many pieces do we need? We need 3 more pieces of plastic. So pretty much our only choice really is to either like swim out and try to collect things, but you can't build on your raft without plastic because that's what is your bottom buoyancy floater. So I only see like 1 piece of plastic out there. So this could be rough. I've never actually had my raft get stuck like that before. And he is being super aggressive today. I don't want to take any damage right now because I have a feeling I'm going to have to swim pretty hard. Like, see, we've got a little bit of plastic here. So we're just got to go for the money and hope he doesn't follow us out to sea. Just gotta keep an eye out for him. Typically he sticks with a raft mostly. Probably best just go straight for that barrel. Because if he gets on us, it's going to be a bad day. And like I said, you don't want to get too far. We got an antenna recipe. We didn't get any plastic though, so man, I don't want to get in. I don't like being this far out. We'll go for this last piece of plastic, and it should be enough to build us a paddle if we can make it back alive. Let's jump out and see how deep the ocean goes. But usually if you don't see anything like clutter, trash, rocks, or anything to gather, there's no point in diving down yet. Is that a leaf over there? Didn't mind if I do. We're hurting for resources. Alright. And hopefully our raft is still here. Like I said, I've had it float away from me before, and it has just been a terrible day. Alright, I know he likes to come over here a second ago, so we're going to be careful. Ease over this away. We'll grab a little bit of this, even though I know he's floating around here somewhere. Oh, right there. There he is. Hello, Bruce. Leave me alone. Alright, let's see if we get a paddle and get unstuck. Alright, put that on your hotbar. We can store that. Nope, don't have room for it. Alright, so what you're going to do here is we want to try to get pushed off this. So we're going to paddle out and hope that the paddle doesn't break before we can get away from this. And it's not working. So might need to go this way. Maybe we'll let us go that way. A little bit at a time. But yeah, this is just like a bad day when you get stuck like this. But hey, look, this is how you try to get unstuck. Which I don't know if we can actually do that on this video. It's not that's not being very kind. We can't. I don't think we can build a cell. I don't think we have enough. The cell would help a lot. We need 7 palm leaves for that. Uh-oh. Now let's give this a go. Alright, so the cell, it'll let you steer a little bit. Typically you don't want to build it where it's going to get destroyed. So I'm going to just try to stick it right here for now. Alright, then we'll go up to it, press E to open it. Hold R, you can rotate directions on it. And when he's coming, I need you to get off the boat. Get off the boat. Alright, so, and see, unfortunately the current is pushing us right back into the island. So let's see if it won't let us go around this way. And it can take time, but you see we are slowly moving that way. And if, like I said, if you have a paddle, you can try to speed it up. Oh, what a day. Getting stuck like this is not fun. Let's see, and of course you're going to try to have to keep this angle right. Like if it shifts like it just did, all it's going to do is blow us right back in the same place. But it's a good episode, I guess, to teach how to get your raft unstuck. Alright, so you see the sails taking us back where we don't want to go. And now we want to try to make sure we don't get stuck in that little alcove that's sitting right there. And my favorite thing to do is to just coast, typically, unless I have coordinates or something that I want to aim for. So now that we're free of the island finally, press E again and it'll pick your sail up, and then you'll go back to just floating the way the game wants you to. Now if you keep the sail down and you force your direction, as you can see, items will spawn in front of you, and based on the direction you're floating, items will spawn in front of you. And yeah, that's a quick lowdown on how to get started in the game, and how to survive, and how to get unstuck from the island, which I did not mean to have included on this. But as you see, our food and water is getting low. We'll take care of that as we go. And once again, if you get really hungry, you can just eat the fruit. Oh my god. You can eat the fruit and the potatoes and the mangoes, and that'll give you water and food as well. Just put it on your hotbar, left click, and eat it. And yeah, like, subscribe guys for more videos. And the next video, on episode 2, I will go over how to research and craft even more items. And I'll see y'all there. Alright, you have a great day. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave some comments below.